I caught my cheating wife on a surprise weekend trip. She had company. The cabin door creaked open under my eager hands, a surprise weekend getaway planned to rekindle our love, only to reveal a scene that shattered my heart and turned my world upside down. I'd spent weeks planning it, a quiet escape to a lakeside cabin in the Texas Hill Country, just an hour from Austin. I'm Mark, a freelance photographer, and my wife Lila, a yoga instructor, had seemed distant lately, her smiles fading into late-night studio sessions. I thought a surprise trip, with her favorite wildflower fields to photograph, might bring us back together. I'd told her I was on a last-minute shoot, packed the car with her favorite snacks, and drove up Friday evening, my heart racing with anticipation. The cabin was perfect: rustic wood, a crackling fireplace, and a view of Lake Travis shimmering under the stars. I'd texted Lila to say I'd be home late, then headed to the cabin, imagining her surprise when I called her to join me. But when I arrived, the lights were on, music hummed through the walls, and a second car sat in the driveway, a sleek black sedan I didn't recognize. My stomach twisted. I knocked, but no one answered. With my key, I pushed the door open, and there she was, Lila tangled in a blanket with a man I didn't know, their laughter cutting off as they saw me. "Lila!" My voice cracked, the camera bag slipping from my shoulder. She scrambled up, her face a mask of guilt. "Mark, I can explain." The man, a tall guy with a gym-built frame, stood awkwardly pulling on a shirt. She introduced him as Ryan, a new client from her studio, but the wine glasses and intimate setup screamed otherwise. She admitted they'd been seeing each other for months, using her late nights as cover. The trip was supposed to be their weekend alone, a plan I'd unwittingly crashed. I felt the air leave my lungs, a mix of rage and heartbreak flooding me. I dropped the keys on the table and walked out, the cabin door slamming behind me. I drove back to Austin in a daze, the wildflower fields I'd planned to shoot now a bitter reminder. That night I couldn't sleep, replaying every moment, her excuses, the missed dinners, the way she'd stopped wearing her wedding ring at home. I confronted her the next day at our apartment. She cried, begging for forgiveness, but the trust was gone. I asked for a separation, needing space to breathe. The weeks that followed were a blur of pain. I threw myself into work, capturing the raw beauty of Austin's sunsets, letting the lens process my grief. Lila moved out, taking her yoga mats and leaving silence behind. Ryan faded from the picture, likely sensing the fallout. I learned she'd been drawn to his confidence, a contrast to my quieter nature, but it didn't ease the sting. Months later, I stood on the edge of Lake Travis at dawn, the water mirroring the soft pink sky. The cabin was a memory now, sold to a young couple who'd fill it with new love. In my hands was a photo I'd taken that morning, a lone wildflower pushing through cracked earth, resilient despite the odds. It felt like me. Lila's betrayal had broken me, but it also forced me to grow, to find strength in the ruins. As the first light touched the lake, I let the pain drift away, ready to frame a new chapter. Alone, but whole.